Hey guys, welcome back to Marvel Strike Force. In this video, I'm going to be going over my 100% free-to-play roster. Let's take a look. So at the top here, we have all the characters that I'm currently farming. I'm going after my cream minions so I can get Nick Fury. I just need Vulture to get up to 5 stars so I can get Shuri because I have the other Spider-Verse characters high enough. My Sinister Six team needs a little love. I have Green Goblin and Shocker at 4 and 3 stars respectively, and that's going to take a little while to get them up all the way. But I also have my Nobu, my Hand Assassin, and Loki that I still need to farm for my villain Mystic Controllers. So that's going to take a while. Yeah, it's just going to take time and patience. But moving on down my roster, you can see that I have my highest team is the Defenders. I started off with them, farming them early, and they're super easy to farm for a new player, so I would suggest that if you're just getting started. I basically stopped leveling them at level 70 and 7 stars. Their red stars are just random as usual. And yeah, I'm not going to give them any higher tier levels. Most of them are either tier 11 or tier 12. I'm not going to move them up to tier 13 just because a lot of the other content creators don't have theirs leveled up all the way, and there's better teams that you can use the abilities on. So next you see I have Star-Lord. He's really high. I got a good 5-star on him. And I'll get him the 7 stars the next time his event rolls around. My Rocket's fully maxed, and I have my 5-star Thanos, 5 red stars. Groot is getting there. He only has 1 node, so slowly but surely. Mantis is another good character that I farmed in the Blitz store, and that's basically my raid team. Star-Lord, Rocket, Thanos, Groot, and Mantis. I basically just click auto on Ultimate 6 and they just wipe the floor with things. You get the healing with Mantis, the energy with Thanos and Star-Lord, and then Rocket destroys everything. And Groot can clear some debuffs from your team as well as buff your team a little bit. You may notice I have some shield characters, Captain America, Quake, and Hawkeye. Once the other characters started to come out that were better, I remember the good old days when it was like Captain America, Quake, Black Widow, Yondu, those type of characters. There's other better characters now, so I've sort of stopped farming them, hoping the Avengers get a rework, but for now I've just stopped. Moving on down a little bit, you can see like Gamora. Sometimes I use her in the Guardians. Yondu, I never use him anymore. And now you're kind of looking at some of the characters that I've stopped farming or upgrading because they're no longer at the top of the list. Like Crossbones used to be like a must-have for any team because of his, his ultimate, just doing mass amount of damage, but nowadays I never really see him. You can also see that I boosted up my Brotherhood team quite a bit. Magneto and Juggernaut. I've been focusing on these two. I don't remember what video it was I was watching, but someone said just to focus on the legendary and the tank, and you can basically make teams out of that, and I thought that was a pretty good idea. So I've been focusing on Magneto and Juggernaut, and then you start seeing some of my shield characters, Nick Fury, Brotherhood, they're all getting upgraded. I think in my last video, they were nowhere near this, but I've been investing in them. They're good in some of the raids. I think I used them in the, the beta, I think, when I was just using like my skill team. So they're pretty good. Night Nurse is another character back in the day that was like required for raids, but nowadays she's useless. And then Sabretooth and Mystique kind of rounding things out for my Brotherhood. As for characters, I kind of regret leveling up all the way. Elektra is one of them. I don't know why I did back in the day. I have no idea. It was early on. Don't judge. And then Vision, I still haven't beat Mystic 3-9. I don't know. I don't know if I want to invest all that gold and all the abilities and gear and stuff into some Mystics just for Vision, who I know is a really good character, but I don't really have a spot for him on any of my teams. Like I don't have a good power armor or anything like that. So maybe down the road, but for right now, I'm not really gonna invest really anything in my Mystic team so I can farm his one shard. But here's some other characters I've kind of questioned what I was thinking back in the day. Thor is one. I don't know. I think I just had like a really cool idea to do like an Avengers team, but Thor is, not very good. Hopefully with the Asgardians coming out, Thor gets a rework, but we'll see. Korath and Kingpin kind of fallen off. Kind of Kingpin used to be like a good defensive character, but he's so freaking slow. Korath with his ultimate sometimes is hit or miss, but I don't know. I don't think I should have got him up to level 65, that's for sure, but whatever. And then I've upgraded Captain Marvel just because I was thinking about doing her in a Hero Brawlers team, but then I was kind of looking more into other teams that she could be in, and I kind of realized that with her ultimate on any really defensive team, she can just pop that off on the first turn and potentially take out one of the opponent's characters, and she's just really strong. So I've been focusing on her. The only crappy thing is that I only get her from milestone orbs, and you can't farm her. So yeah, I don't know how far I'll go with her, but we'll see. Kind of depends on red stars too. If I can get her like maybe a 4 or 5 red stars, then I'll probably start pumping more materials into her. And then we're moving down on the characters that I just think that they're okay, but I just don't want to move them up yet. Like Ronin, Black Panther, Miss Marvel. Some of these characters, they're at level 60 and tier 8. So I think for now I'm just going to leave them where they are. And then, hopefully by opening orbs and stuff like that, I'll be able to get them to 7 stars and then just kind of see where they're at. I was thinking about getting Miss Marvel a little bit higher, but so that she could be with the defenders. But since the defenders really aren't meta anymore, I was watching Valley Flying's video on the top 10 teams that he recommends. Defenders weren't even on there. So, yeah, I probably won't continue to use Miss Marvel or upgrade her to a higher level unless I just get a crazy red star pull. Black Panther's another one. I don't want to go overboard with the Wakandans whenever I finally get Shuri, which should be pretty soon. And then just moving down, I didn't upgrade Shield Trooper at all because I think that with Coulson on defense, I don't need. Obviously, I'm going to take away one of the other characters. And then on offense, I like having Medic and not security, but operative, because they can steal or clear positive effects, while Trooper just kind of does his counterattack with adjacent targets. So I decided not to upgrade him, but he's really annoying when you go against him, but I just decided not to and focus in on the other characters. We'll see how that plays out when I keep on upgrading my shield team, but we'll see. Doctor Strange, some of these other characters, Nebula, Cable, Wasp, don't really use these guys that much, just because they're not really a part of any specific team. My Spider-Verse team, I got Carnage, Venom, Miles. These are all characters that are kind of on my lower priority list right now, just because I want to get my teams, like my Guardians, as high as I can. Psylocke, American Chavez, I wanted to get her up with the hero brawlers with Miss Marvel, just because I like using hero brawlers. I think they're fun. Hey, War Machine, Killmonger, some of the other guys that are just, these are like level 50, level 55, not really doing much for them, just high enough so that I can get some decent points in Blitz. Let's see, some of these characters I can farm, some of them I can't, like Colossus. X-Men I think are one of the best teams right now, but you can't farm Colossus, so what's the point for me to farm them? I also have, let's see, my AIM team. Ever since they got the rework, they've been going kind of crazy in the raids. Scientist Supreme, some other characters that I would like to upgrade them, but I just don't have the resources. AIM Security, and then we have kind of rounding out the Wakandans here at the bottom. I'm probably going to build them up once I get Shuri, just to kind of play with something new, because I get tired of playing Shield over and over and over again. But and then looking back, I would definitely not upgrade Hydra and stuff like that, but it is what it is. I just got Human Torch when they did, I think it was the Trick or Treat event, and I still got to upgrade him probably to about where the thing is, level 24, but whatever. I still have not gotten Minerva. I'm not lucky with the premium orbs at all. Also Bloodstone, I'll be able to get her because I'm actually playing the game right now and getting her orbs. Graviton, I wish I got him, but I just don't have the time to constantly be refreshing, doing all that stuff. I'll finally get Shuri, thank God. Coulson, it'll be hit or miss for him because I do get quite a bit of those milestones, but he is 180, so we'll see if I get him before the time of his event goes away. Namor, like I said, with the Graviton, it's just one of those things I don't have all the time. Same with Ghost Rider. I'm sure if I was, playing like super hardcore, then I would be able to, but I've kind of been a little bit more casual, as you guys can tell from the lack of videos. Mr. Fantastic, same thing. And then Hela, I think she's going to be Blitz, so I'm going to try and get her just to see, something new. Interesting to play with those undead characters, I think they're called, that always spawn out. And then Ultron, who knows, probably never, but what is what it is. So yeah, that's my roster, guys. I've made some mistakes, but for the most part, I'm happy with it. It all just comes down to picking the team that you want, focusing on them, leveling them up, spending your resources wisely, and staying focused on the one team that you really want to build. And I think right now it was Defenders for me, and now I'm going to go with the Guardians just because they're good at raids. They're good. Well, they're not good at arena defense, but they're good with arena offense. Blitz is good, and at war. So I try and just focus on teams that are good at every single game type rather than just one, so I can get more bang for my buck, if that makes any sense. But yeah, if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more Marvel Strike Force content, go ahead and subscribe. I do other Let's Plays for games as well. And yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I'm going to be trying to make a little bit more. I had a family member who needed some help health-wise the past month or two, so that's why I haven't been making as many videos. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.